let's start browsing CMX Pro. So if you just want to come into Pro and see what the latest happenings are going on, wow, that was cheesy. You can just hit the main page and start scrolling down the feed. It shows you the latest activity. It is Sunday when I'm recording this, so it's a little quieter around here than normal. But you can see what people have been responding that they're going to attend an event here. I posted several events right on Friday, so they're all at the top. But you can see that the latest response on this post from David was Kalina here. And you can just keep going through the community to see what's been happening recently. Now, this may not be the best view for you, or you're like, okay, give me some curated feed. I'm trying to look for something specific. If you go back at the top, we do post featured articles. So we always put our next expert call, which is coming up this week on Wednesday. If you're looking for our frameworks, we have a table of contents right here that's also in the featured section. And then we have our guidelines and code of conduct. So you always have those things right at your fingertips. Now, if you want to get more specific, you can hit this discovery. And discovery pulls up your welcome items. So this has this post you're currently looking at, the CMX Pro platform onboarding guide with all these handy videos. There's also a little welcome from David. And again, our library table of contents, which features all those frameworks and models that we have. My dashboard here in Discovery isn't that curated, but you can actually mess around with this and dive in to make sure you are seeing what you want. So it'll show featured again as well. Here are upcoming events. And this is all, I think this is all we have scheduled right now. And so you can go through and you can be like, oh, I want to attend, this expert call that's coming up on June 20th. I missed a notification about it. Well, there it is. It also shows you top posts. So if you're really looking to dive into some conversation right away, David is certainly popular in these top posts. And, you might be like, oh my gosh, I really want to debate something. And here David's labeled something debate. So hop in. If you put your location and your profile information, you'll be able to look at members near you. So I'm in Seattle, and this is part of the Seattle crew. If you're in Seattle, I wave to you. No, you can't see me. And if you want to look at our topics, you can go through how we have kind of organized them. So, if you're really working on engagement plans, dive into the engagement place. And if you have a job title that's the same as someone else, they'll pop up here. I have a very unique job title, so I'm not seeing anyone there. In this topic, in this section, you can change this interface by hitting manage, and you can rearrange these as you want. You can also pull in certain topics that you want to hear more about. So that's how to do that. If you just want to look at our topics and what's available, you can hit topics and it lists all of them. And let's say you wanted to know more about moderation, you can hit moderation. And it pulls up everything that was labeled as a post of moderation. All members, when you do make a post, you will actually label it. As always, your mileage may vary when everyone is labeling their own posts, but it's pretty neat. If you go here to members, again, it will show you automatically the top members. So you can see who is the most active on this platform. You can also hit near you and find, again, the people that live in your area. You can go and welcome some of our newest members. Here they are. And if you're like, who is on the CMX team? If you hit the host buttons, you'll see everyone on our team right now. And you can always reach out to us. And you can just hover here where it says say hello, it takes you to the chat functionality. So you can totally do that. You can also follow people in the interface so you can get alerts and you can see what they're posting. And this is another thing that I like is the online right now. Sometimes if I know I have a question or maybe I wrote an interesting post for it and I really want to get some feedback, I will sometimes look and see who's online and ping them. So events, here is the event list. So right now, all of our events, except for our upcoming conference, are online. But if we did have local events, you could see that in the nearby. You can also look at past events if you're curious what we've offered before. It's taking a moment to load. There it goes. And you can also look at the ones that you have particularly RSVP'd to say you are attending. You can also dive into different professions. So this is a little bit of a shortcut if you're trying to look for people who do things like you, and you can find people, are certainly being a community professional is interesting because we don't necessarily have very standardized job titles. As you can see, like we have 47 members who are community managers. That's just their title. So, your mileage may vary because of our profession. You can also hit over here and go to the login to go to your videos. And, this is great because as a pro member, you have access to Summit videos and you have access to these pro exclusive videos, which is our expert talks currently. And you can just, dive in and start watching. And it is a different system, so you do have a different password. And if you have any problems with that or you can't find something, let us know. The system also, the video system has a really easy reset my password. So that will work too. And then there's a little about section and it just talks about who we are here at CMX. So that is the basic. Oh, one more thing. I almost forgot. If you go up here to this little talk, that's the chat. And you can actually expand this by hitting open chat. And here is a message that I sent. It always shows you your latest message. And I sent it to Terry to welcome her to the community. So nothing secret in this message. But there is you'll see this CMX Pro chat. It has a little CMX logo. And this is the all member chat. So you can feel free to hop into this chat and ask people questions, or, just say, hey, I just want to hang out with some people today. Can I have some human contact? Maybe you're like me, you work from home. So if you want to, talk to anyone, you can just go up here and you can search their name. So let's say I wanted to talk to David, who I probably don't have any chat history with. But I would just click on his name and I would just say, hey, David, how's it going? And hit send. So those are all the major things in the Mighty Network interface of how to find different things and navigate.